Russian human rights activists believe the new round of prosecutions against activists of the party Alga is explained by the continuous criticism of the government's policies. Members of the movement for human rights expressed their solidarity with Kazakh citizens who are denied the party's registration for quite a long time now.
Russian experts believe the situation with the party Alga is no longer just politics, but rather a direct violation of the ordinary citizens' rights. Members of the opposition party were sentenced for distributing St. George's ribbons. Such reasons for persecution only discredit the authorities themselves. Logos of the ruling party Nuratan are everywhere. Why some parties are allowed something that others cannot do? Perhaps the Kazakh authorities believe that any public activity should be sanctioned by them, basically assuming the functions of God. Russian Public Movement for Human Rights expressed solidarity with the Kazakh opposition, although admitting that according to the latest actions of the authorities, Alga will not likely to receive an official registration anytime soon. I wish to brave people to find other ways of participation in political process. It is obvious that the party is not banned, illegal or persecuted only because the authorities refuse to register it. Human rights activists believe the statement of Alga's coordination committee is a desperate measure. Moreover, the authorities themselves force citizens to take part in the protest actions by having no intentions of granting them the right for peaceful demonstrations.
Alga has drawn the attention of law enforcement agencies since its establishment, while officials continue to use different excuses to prevent the organization's official registration. In this situation, the opposition is indeed have more than enough reasons to express their dissatisfaction with the ruling authorities.
The latest incident is the illegal arrest of the party's activists on May 8th while they were distributing St. George's ribbons in commemoration of the Victory Day anniversary, only because they were wearing shirts with the party's logo. At the time when the organization's leaders were submitting documents for its official registration, the authorities took preventive measures to protract the decision on Alga. In this regard, all human rights activists have an univocal opinion. The legislation of Kazakhstan is punitive, aiming at suppressing freedoms. It also contradicts the constitution, as well as international regulations previously ratified by Kazakhstan. Lawyers explain that being an unregistered public association, Alga can be outlawed at any moment. It is very convenient for the authorities to delay the registration, making up more ridiculous reasons for it. The officially eliminated non-profit organization in the form of a political party, Alga, can become subject of the authorities' dirty tricks. Our legislation is repressive in respect to any kinds of non-profit organizations because they must operate within certain limits, which we ignore. At the same time, even experts believe that from a legal point of view, the arrest of activists before the Victory Day was preposterous. They, however, agree that the situation might be more complex than it seems, as Alga members were charged with holding an unsanctioned rally. I do not see how the Article 374/1 used by the court can be applied to this situation. In fact, lawyers and NGOs criticized this article and proposed to remove it from the administrative code altogether. Until this article exists in the system where courts depend on the decisions of the authorities, citizens have no other choice but to fear wearing t-shirts with unapproved by the police slogans. After all, even sweeping floor in a t-shirt with the word Alga on it could lead to a prison term in Kazakhstan.
There is also another tendency observed in Kazakhstan, namely the growth of the personality cult, which contradicts statements made by the state authorities at the world political arena. The former chairman of the Russian cabinet, Mikhail Kasyanov, recalled Astana's application for the membership in the Council of Europe and said that the recent public initiatives, like the rejected law on the leader of nation, are completely inappropriate.
This feature contradicts the aspiration of Kazakhstan to join the Council of Europe. The basic values that Kazakhstan must accept will definitely come into conflict with these new decisions.
At a press conference on Thursday in Astana, Kyrgyz ambassador in Kazakhstan revealed that the future president of the neighboring country will have to live on a fixed salary and have no personal security. The next story has more.
Kyrgyz ambassador Janis Rustimbekov opened the talks about the referendum with an appeal to Kazakh citizens, asking them to spend summer vacation on the shores of Kyrgyzstan's Usyk Lake. The official promised cheaper prices and better security provided by the police, and local residents.
The
The population is ready to protect tourists by walking them to the lake and back. Local residents prepare thoroughly for every summer season because it is their life. The ambassador has publicly regretted that the border is still closed for certain cargoes. Kyrgyzstan still incurs major economic losses as certain products are not being sold, which results in hampered production. Kyrgyz experts believe that the situation is not beneficial for Kazakhstan as well. By introducing limitations like this, we face the problem of selling our products on the Kazakh market, but on the other hand, it is the very market that feels the major shortage of products from Kyrgyzstan. Ambassador Rustimbekov mentioned politics only at the end of the meeting. The referendum will be held on June 27, 2010. According to the diplomat, Kyrgyzstan will become a presidential parliamentary republic, with the new constitution being the most democratic to date. Deprived on many powers and privileges, the new president will receive a fixed salary, have no personal guards, and will be no longer able to intervene in the government's staff policy making.
Another scandal is reported in East Kazakhstan, where a two-bedroom apartment was mistakenly given to a World War II veteran in commemoration of the recent Victory Day. Now the authorities are attempting to take back the new housing.
The address and name, everything is specified here. On the anniversary of the Victory Day, the authorities presented war veteran Alexander Gagulin from the village of Parygina in the East Kazakhstan region with a new apartment. 1 month later, officials realized that they made a mistake and now want to take the apartment back. I feel hurt, and it seems that they treat me like a fool, or at least like a pawn that can be moved from one place to the other at will. The veteran refused to return the keys, saying that he will not tolerate this lawlessness. Gagulin went to the Zyryanovsk, the area center where the apartment is located. Turn off your camera, stop filming. The administration officials refused to meet with the veteran, citing busy schedule. After an hour of waiting in the hallway, a representative of the Public Utilities Department finally met with the pensioner. The civil servant explained that the two-bedroom apartment was never intended for the veteran. We thought this was a one-bedroom apartment, and the address with the keys was given to us by a contractor. The upset veteran returned home to continue his daily routine and tend for his wife, who is in poor condition. Someone is trying to seize my apartment. I believe this is the head of the Public Utilities Department. His parents live here in Parygina. Now the veteran intends to seek justice in Astana and says that if necessary, he will even reach the president.
These were the latest updates from Kazakhstan. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.